Good morning, lovely people of the world. It is Thursday, the 17th of February. This is Flat Cap Callum. I am hoping you are all very, very well. All right, on today's video, we've got a normal deck of bets. We've got a £20 day. There was 5 bets. I've whittled it down. I got 4 bets. So I'm very much hoping the 5th bet that would have been, could have been, isn't the one that does well. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But before we get to those, we will go through results from yesterday. All right, results from yesterday. The money back yesterday was poor. And I guess the first thing I want to say is that this channel is transparent. So if we have a bad day, my role is to come out here and front it and say we have a bad day. I'm not just gonna change the title of my video from yesterday and say woohoo, we had a 9-2 winner. And I'm not I'm not going to ignore the fact that we had a bunch of losers yesterday, because we absolutely did. So it is transparent. This is how the channel works. It is free. I'm not offering you any side bets. I'm not giving you anyone in my ear telling me that I've got some expert advice from some old auntie. That being said, my dad is on quite a good run with the horses, so there is a consideration about whether I get my dad involved. Anyway, so it is transparent, so I am going to front it when it didn't go well, and it didn't go well yesterday. It's not gone well this week. We had 1 day small profit, 2 days bad loss, and if you actually look at the grand scheme of February, it's not gone well. We've had some nice bits, we've had some nice golf results, we had a 250 to 1 place, which always looks great on paper, but overall the last 2 weeks are not where I want them to be. Now, we're not losing thousands, hundreds, millions, anything near that, but we are not where I'd like to be, and we are a little bit behind. So will it change? When will it change? It will change. When will it change? I don't know. Is it today? Is it next week? I don't know. All I can tell you is both on the channel and personally, there's a bit of a slump for the last couple of weeks, which is not what I like. So who knows? It could be today. Let's see. Right, so results from yesterday after that little ramble. We had our Dundalk each way lucky 50. Now, yesterday on paper it looked brilliant, didn't it? The first one was second 10 to 1, the next one won separate bets, and nothing else happened. So Dundalk, we had Matilda with me 10 to 1, 9 to 1 SP. It placed, came second, and then the others were 5th, 6th, and 7th. So none of them were too far away, but none of them were placed. So that doesn't help us. So 60 pence for that bet one. Bet 2 lucky 15 was the first at Hereford. That went and won 9 to 2 SP, 8 to 1. So 8 to 1 was the SP. We only had 9 to 2 on the channel. So I got 238 back. Hopefully some more of you took that and got the 8 to 1, which would have been very nice. And then the 3 at Kempton. So Ermine's Dotty. Now, I talked about that a lot yesterday. I stand by that bet. If you actually look, it SP'd at 150 to 1, and it was only 3 lengths from being placed. There was definite value in that horse. It wasn't the donkey that the odds suggest it was. That being said, 10th is 10th, isn't it? We then had Assembled, which was 1 out of the placings, which was unfortunate because that would have been a nice each way double. And then Perfect Focus went from the front and ran down a little bit. I was actually at the track last night and I watched the connections for Perfect Focus, and I think they thought it was going to do all right because they seemed to lump on right before the off. But no cigar there. Okay, and then the last bet, which was the Lucky 15, which had 3 Weatherbys and a Hereford. I think we were a bit of a victim of the absolute terrible conditions at Weatherby. The first 2 pulled up, which is no good. Nichols on the Dime place, 10 to 1 we had on the channel, 6 to 1 was the SP, and then Jamil was 1 out of the placings. Only 5 finished in that race, and it was 5th of those. So overall, I made it a mere £3.58 back off £20 bet. So poor start to the week. We are down a day and a half stake off 3 days. So 50% roughly back off 3 days is nowhere near where we need to be. Okay, today's bets. Let's see if fortune changes us today. As I said at the top of the video, there were 5 bets I was looking at. I've taken 1 out to make sure the stake's a bit better. I'm happy where I got to with it. We will see. Okay, bet 1. We haven't done any of these this week. It was the first opportunity I found. So these are 3 horses and each way treble. This is not a Trixie. So there are no doubles involved here, and there's only 1 single. So we've got 120 Clonmel, Copper Nation 9 to 2, That is only paying 3 places, so we will get best price guarantee for Sky Bet on that one. 202 Fontwell Changong 13-2, and then 440 Sandown, a bigger price, Grangeclare Glory 9-1. So both those bottom two Sky Bet are paying 4 places. You'll have to look around to see if others are. It's a £1 each way treble on the 3 and a 50p each way single on Grangeclare Glory. £3 you bet 1. Bet 2, we've actually got some win bets. We haven't had any win bets, I think, since Saturday. Win bets on this channel have generally got a pretty decent record. If you bet £1 on every single horse I said was going to win in the win bets, I think you'd be about £15 to the good, something like, from my stats. So I'm not saying any of these are going to get close. They're shorter prices, really. They are short prices. And that meant that I've only done them trebles and a fourfold. So it wasn't worthwhile doing it as doubles. And I know this is not going to be a bet for everybody. And these might not look like value bets per se. I think there's value in all 4 of these prices for the win. So 237 Fontwell, Golty Mountain 13-8, 255 Southall, Rolling Dillon 2-1, 312 Fontwell, Poldark Cross 130, 422 Fontwell and Prophet, I think that is 15-8. So I've done it as 60p win trebles, 60p win fourfold. So it's £3 the bet. It's tricky. There was 5. I took a 5th horse out I didn't like. I could have done it as a 3-horse bet and taken the short price out and done it as that as a win Trixie. I'm happy where I've got to, but clearly it's a big risk bet because we could have two winners out of that bet and get no return at all. So we need 3 winners to make it a profitable bet. So definitely comes with high risk bet too. Albeit that the prices don't look like high risk. That is a high risk bet. Okay, and then the last 2, we've got a Clonmel Lucky 15 and we've got a Chelmsford Lucky 15. So here's the Clonmel Lucky 15. Some really good value knocking about in Clonmel. There's 3 races paying 5 places on Sky Bet. And then strangely, the 415, it's beginner's chase, they're paying 4 places. They wouldn't normally pay 4, and most bookmakers won't. And it's tempted me to put this horse in Lucky 15. So I've got 305 Rosemerland. That's the race of the 4 that I struggled the most to find the value. I think Rosemerland is just about value at 8s, but I couldn't find anything bigger that to put in this bet. So that was the one I struggled with. 340, I think there's a lot of value in that race, and I was between a couple, and I'm going with Clonmel 28-1. I think some good value in there. Making its handicap debut for a very shrewd trainer. Same trainer, Peter Fahy, who's got the 2nd horse in the bet, Father Alibi, or Ailby, not sure if I spelt that right. I'm tempted by the price and the 4 places on Sky Bet. So it's a much riskier bet, I think, paying 3 places, because the horse has definitely got a chance of winning. It's a very inconsistent horse, and it did well on a chase debut, and then fell. So it's risky, but I like the price a lot. Then 450, it's already, this 4th horse been backed in a lot. It was 33s last night. Mosstown Miller 16s, I still think it's a good price. Anything double figures for that I think is good. Single figures, I would probably look for something else. It's 20p each way Lucky 15, and then a 50p each way single on Clonmel, which is the one that I think's got the most value of those 4. Okay, and last one is our Chelmsford Lucky 15. Okay, we've got here 5 o'clock Asimova 7-1, 5:30. This one's paying 5 places on Start again. This one is paying 5 places on Sky Bet. Expert opinion. That to me is the most value horse of the day. I can't believe it's 18-1. Massive price, I think. There's a lot of value in there. I'm not saying go crazy on that, but it was easy the first horse in that bet. Expert opinion 18s. 7:30 Boy George 8-1, and then 8:30 Global Art. I was between a couple, and the price there again, I think it's a big price for the form that horse has got. It does run well fresh. So 28-1 Global Art. So we've got 20p each way Lucky 15, 50p each way single extra on Expert opinion. £7 you bet. Alright, those are the 4 bets. Let's see if the tide will turn and we end up having a decent day, or whether I'm back here again tomorrow telling you to health warn all over my bets because I'm not in a great vein of form. Okay, either way, see you in the morning. Thank you very much.